Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Scarfinger, and this is Scarcasm. Woohoo! I'm your host, Scarfinger. Chase is in the building.
Yep.
And we're gonna get this thing popping for another week. Now here's a question. I know this microphone is really good. Can you hear my girlfriend snoring in the background? I mean, she just stopped when I just said that.
I think I heard it.
I was just like, she right when we started, she was snoring her ass off, and I was just like, and then she heard me say that, so then she woke up and she started giggling when I said it. Man, so we just gonna get this thing popping for another week. Man, how's your week been? My week has been kind of crazy.
Mine has been sort of kind of crazy normal. I mean, just doing my normal thing, but we did some Christmas shopping and we did some Amazon shopping, and apparently, the adult Christmases stuff didn't wait till Christmas. Like Amber was like, here's your stuff. Christmas is for kids. I want to give it to you now. So
okay. So what'd you get?
So last week I wore it, but I got the Joy Division hoodie.
Okay.
And then I got this headset, which I actually switched my Skype and OBS to the headset mic to see how it sounds for podcast.
Okay. I mean, you sound a lot clearer to me, but then again, I think my volume is turned up really loud because I was editing a painting video previous to coming back to my computer for this, so I had it turned up pretty loudly. So I was almost kind of in the same boat to whereas like I haven't done a whole lot of shopping. I mean, mostly I've shopped for.
And I went ahead and gave Amber's hers. A little bit of hers. She
Did you get her own Xbox so she can play Mass Effect and you can still play whatever you want?
No, I got her a replica of the Normandy SR2.
Word, that's dope. But I mean, the SR2 is kind of. Well, I mean, because we don't care about this. We don't care about the fucking Cerberus colors. Like, come on, dog.
Well, for one, the SR1 was like $200.
Oh,
so.
Never mind. You got it. Like I said, I did a little bit of shopping. I did a little bit of shopping for Pooh Bear. She just was very much like, I don't know what I want. And I'm very much like, well, I don't know what to buy you because like you pretty much have everything you could possibly want. Like you're a 10-year-old you already have a phone, you have your own computer, you have, like you have pretty much everything you could possibly want. So like, what else could you possibly want? So it's just a little weird, trying to shop for my 10-year-old. I did buy her a paint set. She said that she would like to paint, but she wants to paint more traditionally. Mm-hmm. So I got a good deal on the paint set. It's normally a $50 set. It has a bunch of paints and a little like a mini easel. But all of that stuff in Hobby Lobby was half off, so that was dope. I got a couple other small things. But like, and then my girl and I, we bought each other tablets.
Nice. What kind of tablets?
Samsung Galaxy Tab A 10.1, I believe.
You said Samsung. I thought you were about to say Simpson after it.
Nah. Samsung, it's a 10.1 inch screen.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be kind of cool.
10.
Yeah. And so we bought each other. Like, I personally didn't need a 10.1 inch screen, but then I had that kind of thing where I would have got the 9.6 and would have been perfectly fine with the 9.6. But because she got a 10.1, I didn't want to feel like my shit was inferior to hers. So I was like, well, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, I guess go ahead and get the 10.1. Cause
Well,
I ain't want,
if you got the 9 one, you guys had the same resolution. Be like, yours is bigger, mine's sharper because it's a smaller screen.
yeah, but I ain't want mine to, you see, like, if I would have got the 9.6, right? The 9.6 is a perfectly serviceable tablet. But I ain't want my tablet to feel like no bitch compared to hers. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, my tablet would have been like, dog, you could, I mean, like, for real? You just gonna let her have the 10? And you just gonna leave me over here when she got the 10? So, like, I ain't want my tablet to feel inferior. So I went ahead and got that. And I pretty much spent all of my money because I bought myself a Switch. I see the tablet and the Switch. I was kind of going back and forth on things that I could take to work because work is still pretty slow.
Mm-hmm.
And like, because work is pretty slow, I'm pretty much caught up on all of the stuff that I really watch. And a lot of the TV shows that I watch, the weekly shows, are on break till next month. So like, I'm pretty much caught up on everything. So I'm just kind of sitting there not really doing anything. So I was trying to think of like things that I could do at work that'll help me pass the time. So I had like 4 options. I had a tablet, a Switch, a DS, or a Vita. And I was really, really leaning Vita. Because I have PlayStation Plus and I have access to Vita games and all of that other stuff. But the idea that the Vita still has proprietary memory cards and like a Vita is still like $250. Like, why the fuck is a Vita still $250? So I'm like,
you could get a PlayStation 2 for cheaper. That's like a full-fledged console.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was just like $250, and I was just like, I might as well spend the $300 and get a Switch. Now, here's the problem that I have with the Switch. I hate the fact that now I'm gonna have to buy games specifically for that when I have like the 2 big consoles. I have a PC, and now I have a Switch, and now I have to like, I have to like figure out the games that I want to play. Where the fuck do I want to play them? That's going to be an issue going forward. And I only bought one game because of course the fucking thing doesn't come with any games. I bought Diablo, because I figured Diablo is, a game that I can play. And if I need to stop, if I need to pause, or if I need to stop, it's not something like everything will be fucking ruined if I got to put this bitch on standby.
But I heard that the standby mode on the Switch is pretty legit. Like, you can put it to sleep.
It is, but here's the problem. There's pretty much like 4 or 5 games that I want to buy for it. But one of the main games I would like to buy is 2K. Well, because of 2K and their issues, especially with virtual currency and such, I have to play it when I have an internet connection. Or they will cut off the virtual currency, or they will just stop the fucking game. So like, now I'm like, I guess I'm not getting fucking 2K, at least not now. And then other games that I would like, I am going to take a risk, and eventually I am going to buy Civ 6 for the Switch.
Civ 5 on it?
I don't believe so. I've only seen 6.
Okay.
And now I have never played a full-on Civ game. I have only played Civ Rev.
Well, the only reason, because I don't know much about Civ games, but only reason I do know that I've heard from Civ people that 5 is better than 6.
Yeah, but I don't know any difference. Right. So like, you heard that from people who play Civ. Well, yeah, I only know Civ Rev, and Civ Rev. I enjoyed the fuck out of Civ Rev though. And I even thought about buying Civ Rev 2 on my iPad. I don't even know if Civ Rev 2 is on the Android store, but that might be an idea. because I really, really, really enjoyed Civ Rev. And then like I kind of I played a little bit of the demo for the Pokemon game. That's kind of cool. Um, and then like I just kind of like once I got to the point to where as I was thinking that maybe getting 2K wasn't a good idea, I figured I might try something actually specifically for this thing, like a Mario Kart where I can actually play the game with with the family and such. I do want to get a regular controller. I'm not buying a fucking pro controller, the official pro controller, because that bitch is like $70. No, that's not about to happen. I'm getting a fucking off-brand, fucking wired controller. Fuck it. Um, well, I mean, there's a Power A controller that has like a Zelda theme that actually looks fucking cool. Not that I care about playing Zelda at all. Even though like a lot of people say that Zelda and Mario are the killer apps for the Switch.
Yeah.
But there's no part of me that wants to play those games. I mean, even for the Pokemon game, like I would like to rent it. I don't really want to buy it.
I've heard that the new Pokemon game from people that are like like people that are hardcore, like just want like pure Pokemon or whatnot. But
They don't like it because it has too much Pokemon Go in it.
But I heard for like the regular person that it's like the perfect mashup of like, because Pokemon needed to evolve, no pun intended. But every Pokemon game has pretty much been the same as it ever was in like the early 90s. So this one was kind of what it needed,
right?
As a series, So
yeah,
it's a regular Pokemon game, but you captured a Pokemon like you would Pokemon Go.
Yeah, that's what I did. Like I said, I played a little bit of the demo.
Your screen is like psychedelic.
What screen? What screen are you talking about?
Your camera.
I don't know. My camera looks fine to me.
I wonder if I can hold on.
I don't know. My camera looks fine to me. I don't know how it's being. It's maybe weird how it's being received, but it looks fine. Yeah, what the fuck? That looks weird. I mean, this is really terrible podcasting. You know that, right? Because no one else can fucking see this.
Well,
yeah,
it can be a mystery. I just wanted to let you know that I couldn't keep that a secret because that was weird.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I'll turn it off and turn it back on. So yeah, that, and then, I did see when I was looking through stuff when I was looking through stuff on YouTube, I saw that there's a Roller Coaster Tycoon game that I would like to try. And maybe some of the smaller stuff I would try first. I just don't really, outside of the Pokemon, I don't really care about Nintendo games. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I just, the only idea of like Mario Kart would be like a fun game for like all of us to play, like me, my girl, and my daughter, for us to play. But like once my daughter goes back home, my girl doesn't really play a whole bunch of games. So like, what am I going to do with fucking Mario Kart? Which in most places is still full price because not too many people have it used at this point.
Nintendo games don't really go down in price. That's the only thing that like put me down on the Switch, not down, but like on getting one, is because a lot of the stuff that I like to play, which would be like JRPGs and stuff that are very prevalent on the DS, aren't really on the Switch yet. You know what I mean? The only one, because like I've heard that the Bravely series is really good, not on the Switch yet. But they did that do the Octopath Traveler. So
yeah, people who like JRPGs speak very highly of Octopath Traveler.
So that's by the same people, but then the Fire Emblem games aren't on there, and I haven't played those because I've never owned a Nintendo console since freaking the NES. So
I haven't owned one for myself since the Super Nintendo. And so, like, I bought a DS and I played it just like a very little bit, but I didn't buy it. I bought it from my cousin who got upgraded to a 3DS, so he didn't need it anymore. But I only bought that to play games with Pooh Bear, and then that shit didn't quite work out. So, like, I don't even know where the fuck my DS is right now.
Yeah, I actually scratched it. I did buy a DS, but it wasn't for me.
Right. And like when, years ago, when I was still married, like we had a Wii, but I was definitely not putting my money on a Wii. Like that type of stuff. So I haven't really like bought a Nintendo console for myself since the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, cause that's the only reason. It's like a lot of these third-party games are coming that actually play really well on there. And when I see one, I'm like, wow, that's really cool. But I could get a 2DS, which is the 3DS, but without the 3D for like $70.
I was gonna go with a 2DS XL. Of full price one is like 150. That's what I was gonna go because I don't really care about the 3D at all.
Yeah, most people just turn it off anyway. Only thing I didn't like about the 2DS is that it didn't close like the 3DS did.
The XL does.
Oh, the XL does?
Yes, the 2DS XL does. It has the clamshell thing. It closes. So yeah, I as you can tell, I looked into all of this and then I just realized that the Switch was probably going to be the best option.
Yeah, because you get Diablo and shit,
Yeah, see, and like I said, I want to play a lot of the games that I could play here. It's just I would like to be able to take them with me, and that's it. And I don't really care that much about Nintendo games. I really considered possibly doing GameFly again, just so I can play some of this stuff without, without having to feel anything about it. You know what I'm saying? Like if I can just GameFly it.
I'm surprised that GameFly is still around. Like, cause like things like what's the Xbox's thing?
Because a lot of people have gone purely digital at this point. And you know what? I thought about doing the whole digital thing for the Switch, but here's the thing: the digital games are not. It's still not as cheap as you think they should be because like I'm buying the same game from you, but the game doesn't have any of the packaging. You didn't have to ship it. You didn't have to do none of this extra shit, but it costs the same if I go buy the disc and someone can trade in the disc or the cartridge or whatever you want to call it. Somebody can trade that in and it can come down in price where it's probably at the price where it should be if the price was adequate for you not having to ship it and make a package for it. But here's the problem. There are some games that have like really fucking large installs. Like really fucking large installs. Like 2K18, it's only a 16 gig cartridge. And then you have to download another 25. And then the save for 2K is another 5. So like it's like that's great. That's a massive amount of downloading and all of that other shit. And I don't know what I really want to do to try to experience a little bit more. And the good thing about GameFly is like I got a lot of games from GameFly because like even when you have it, a lot of the games you can press a button and pay a little bit and keep it, and it's much less than even a lot of used games. I did a lot of keep it from GameFly, especially during the 360 times. That's probably why I have so many 360 games.
Yeah, that's why I kind of miss like the greatest hits versions of the physical games because like these discs, like the day one discs, like have so little on them that after all these patches and stuff. But back in the day, like if you got Silent Hill 2, like the collector would want to get the original version, right? But if you got the PlayStation Greatest Hits version, that version had all the patches. So
yeah,
the Greatest Hits one is the better game.
Indeed.
But
And now it's more of like the game of the year version when it's like, well, when the fuck did you win game of the year?
yeah, I never understood why that meant you get all the content.
Yeah, I've no fucking idea. And another kind of cool but kind of weird thing about the Switch, is that it does have an online service. I don't plan on playing much online at all. But if you pay for it, it's $20 a year. So it's much cheaper than the others. It's a third of the full price of the others, as if anybody really pays full price at this point. But, you also get like some games that you can play.
Yeah.
But here's the problem with that. All of the games that you can play are all just NES games. Like, why the fuck are they just NES games? Like, and that's kind of throwing me for a loop. And then I saw a video where someone was going through like the best ones and the ones that they like the most. And I'm looking through these games and I'm just like, I'm not playing none of this shit except for maybe the Mario games. Of course, because Mario 3 is quite possibly one of the greatest games of all time. It used to be my greatest game of all time.
Until Mass Effect came out.
Mass Effect 2. Mass Effect 2 has gone above it. And I think something else has gone above it, and I can't remember. I do have a list somewhere of my favorite games of all time. I don't say the greatest games of all time because it's my personal fucking list. And and even when I was doing like the game of the year rankings, I always called it my faves of the year so that no one gets in their fucking feelings about it. You know what I mean? Like, don't get in your fucking feelings about it. It's just my favorite shit. I'm not saying that these are the greatest ever. I'm just saying these are the ones that I fucking dig. Because gamers get real fucking agitated about stupid shit. So.
Yeah, I know you don't really like the dude, but like, that YouTube music reviewer dude, like, he had to put in his descriptions like, y'all know this is just my opinion, right? Because people would get like so like fucking mad if he like rated something low that like other people really like, but it's just his opinion.
Right.
But
yeah, I don't like that guy. I think mostly I don't like that guy because his answer to all of the alt-right stuff just didn't quite work for me. His response to it just didn't really quite work for me. So, I got a question.
what's up?
We did do our top 20 of the generation, right? We did that.
Top 20 of the generation?
Last generation.
Like the 360 generation?
Yeah. Didn't we do that? Did we not do that?
I think we talked about it, but I don't think we actually did it.
No, because we did. And then I know I did it with someone and then we invited other people to say theirs. I could have sworn that was you and me.
I don't think so.
You sure? I mean, I could be mixing shit up, but I could have sworn that was the case. It might have been Scott. You know what? That's another thing. I ain't talked to Scott in a while, but maybe that's probably something for next year.
Yeah. Episode 400 be coming pretty soon.
Yeah, but then also the anniversary of the show was the 17th of February, so it might also be another situation where that might be worth doing. And also I thought about possibly bringing back top 3 shows. I used to do a show a long time ago, and like all of these shows are gone now. I gotta find like where I'm trying to find my hard drives because I think I have all of the old shows saved somewhere. But one of the cool things that I used to do in the early days is I used to do a top 3 show where I would talk to someone and they would name like their top 3 things in a bunch of different categories, whether it's games, movies, TV shows, music, and is their personal list. Mm-hmm. And I used to think that was a really cool way to find out about people. Because like there was a lot of those that I did with people that I was really surprised at what their answers were. Like, you know what I mean? Like I did one with JVB back in the day. Shout out to JVB. Without JVB, none of y'all would know who I am. And like when we got to music, and he was just talking about like he's just really into like Depeche Mode and shit like that. And I was just like, I ain't never heard of nobody that gives a shit about Depeche Mode. Like I don't even know anything about Depeche Mode. You know what I'm saying? Like I know absolutely nothing about this. And
I actually have a Depeche Mode documentary on VHS.
Yeah, I don't know very much about it at all. And then he was just, when he would just talk about his connection to something like that. And you know what? The top 3 shows is how I met Pimp. I was sitting at home one day, I was off, and I put a thing out on Twitter saying like, I want to do one of these shows, but it's in the middle of the fucking day. So I was just like, anybody want to do a show? And he was just like, I'll do it. And he did the show with me. He was actually at work. He was actually at work, and then he decided to do the show with me. And that's how I met Pimp. It was just a random thing on Twitter. It's a little history for y'all.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, okay. We got sidetracked. But yeah, about the Switch, I think it'll be cool. And then that with the tablet, there's probably a lot that I can do to keep myself busy and just give me something to fucking do. Because work has been like super fucking boring, like super boring.
Nice.
Like I've pretty much answered the phone. I did a couple of quotes today, maybe about a handful of quotes. Other than that, I've done very little today at work. Very little. I mean, like mostly I sat around watching YouTube, and then I started watching a little bit of I watch a lot of Switch stuff on YouTube, and like I started trying to catch up on Legends of Tomorrow, and that was basically what I did at work. It's kind of bothering me that I don't have I thought I had a list of my greatest games of all time, and I don't seem to have it.
Well, I've been you want to jump into some games, man? What you've been playing and stuff?
Yeah, let's do that. You can go, because I just did a lot of talking.
Well, I actually, because from last week I was talking about that I've been playing Fallout 4, and I really haven't played much of that since last week. I kind of got a little burned out. I put like 50 hours into it, and I was like, I think I need to change speed a little bit. And I noticed on CD keys, like pretty much all of the Call of Duty games on PC between Modern Warfare 2 and Advanced Warfare were like under $5. So I just bought them all. And so
I mean, that's a good deal, with the exception of you said Modern Warfare 2 didn't have controller support, and I'm like, fuck that.
Well, they didn't really get controller support until like kind of later on. I mean, Call of Duty was pretty hardcore PC gaming at one point, so they didn't really. I mean, there's really no point in fucking playing. If you're gonna play online, there's no point in playing with a controller. You're just gonna get.
But I don't plan on playing online ever. So right. I think I'm good there. It's just like the idea that I have not actively played with a mouse and keyboard on a shooter since Unreal Tournament, the original Unreal Tournament.
Huh. Well. Anyway, I started Modern Warfare 2 on Sunday night, and I finished it Monday morning. I was like totally taken aback. I had fun. I was like, I forget how short the games were.
Yeah. Everything's Oscar Mike in that one.
Yeah. But so I did that, and then I was like, I have never played Modern Warfare 3. So I
enjoyed Modern Warfare 3, the single player.
Yeah, so I went through that, and man, I really like that. Like I wish that they, instead of remastering the first one and then remastering the second one, they should just remaster all 3 of them as one game, like one 15-hour game.
Am I supposed to ignore? Sorry, I'm still sick. Am I supposed to just completely ignore how you just tried to say remaster?
How did I say it?
You were like remaster, like you said it kind of like you were drunk.
I don't know what I think I was trying to say something else, and I said at remaster at the same time. But anyway, yeah, it'd be kind of cool if they were all like one game, like because it'd be like a 15-hour game at that point, you know. And they like Modern Warfare 3 starts exactly as Modern Warfare 2 ends. Because when I finished Modern Warfare 2 the first time around, I was like, holy shit, they can't end it like that. And then the whole fucking debacle about like Vince Zampella and all them like getting fired from Infinity Ward, and we'd probably never see on Modern Warfare 3. And I was like, holy shit, they ended it with a cliffhanger, and they got fired from the company.
Did they get fired or did they leave?
They got fired.
Sorry.
So yeah, that whole thing was kind of messed up because, for one, they probably wanted to make Titanfall. Like, they wanted the Call of Duty to go.
I think their biggest gripe with everything, and I'm still coughing, so I'm trying to mute so I don't get the coughing in the recording. But then I remembered that my microphone is going to catch my coughing anyway. So, like, maybe we're gonna have to use your recording of this. Mm-hmm. Because I forgot this. The recording software gets mine straight from the microphone. So even if I mute in Skype, I'm not muted on my microphone. So that might be an issue. I'm just letting you know that in advance. So this inside baseball on the show or whatever. But yeah, I think they got tired of just doing Call of Duty.
Yeah. And also there was a thing about like revenue, like they weren't getting paid what they should have be getting paid or something, some sort of royalties that they saw nothing from. I don't know.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of stuff that was kind of going on, and then they were like...
Because one of them left first, right? And then the other one left.
Well, I think they were trying to get that out of Activision, and Activision was like, nope, you guys are fired. We ain't dealing with this. So yeah, it was kind of a messed up situation. But yeah, what's even more messed up is that they were wanting Call of Duty to go in the Titanfall direction, and then they did Titanfall for EA, and then
Call of Duty went in that direction anyway.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
So yeah.
Titanfall was a game that I wanted to like. I really wanted to like it. And I never played the single player for Titanfall 2. That probably will work out a little bit better for the way that I like to play games.
The single player for Titanfall 2 is really good.
Yeah, see, I think that might be something that I would be into. My problem is I got my Xbox way after everybody else got theirs, and Titanfall was pretty much a launch window game. And by the time I got it, like, yeah, I played a couple of times, but then like everybody just kind of moved on. And like I even played it with in a couple of game nights, but I didn't know what I was doing because I didn't really play the game before then. So, but it's kind of like there's a couple of games like that where there was really good games, but I was kind of late to the party, and then everybody else had moved the fuck on, and I was like, damn, like Chrome Hounds. Like Chrome Hounds is something that I like. By the time I got Chrome Hounds, I had less than a month, and they completely shut the whole fucking thing down. Like they shut the servers down and everything. It was just like, yeah, this isn't doing anything for us. We're just gonna scrap this whole fucking thing. So like, I think really, them and Bungie were kind of in the same boat where they was just like, we would really like to do something else. And then the company that they was working for was like, nah, we gonna need you to work on this thing. And they was like, no, fuck that. And then they go to another company and they're just working on one other game. Like, as if it have they done anything other than Titanfall since they went to EA?
Well, they are now. They are making a Star Wars game. And
okay.
We'll probably hear more about that in 2019.
Yeah, and then Bungie left, and then they've been pretty much stuck in Destiny.
Yeah. Did you see that weird interview like at I don't remember what it was. I think it might have been E3 where that girl was like interviewing him in the crowd, and he was like super awkward and like sarcastic, like.
I think I may have seen a small clip of that.
Yeah. But because she was asking, I mean, because she was scripted anyway, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
she was asking like, "Oh, the dark times, how was that?" And he was like, "Bad. They're the dark times."
Right.
She was like, "Well, when was that?" And he was pretty much like, "It was between, like, don't you know? It's between 3 and 4." You know,
Right.
like everybody knows that or something. You know, it was like really like kind of like he didn't really want to do it that way because it was a weird interview. But
Yeah.
but
All right. Well, I think we're running out of time, so you got to finish what
yeah,
you've been playing.
yeah. I finished Modern Warfare 3. I really like that. I really like the ending. I mean, playing its price and stuff, but so I don't really want to get too into the ending just in case someone else played it. But and then I started Advanced Warfare. I haven't played that yet, but that was a little different going from like the Modern Warfare series to that because it was like these real guns with like recoil and stuff to like the Advanced Warfare guns feel like they have no recoil. They just
Right.
I'm like, but it seems pretty cool.
Yeah. So you just skipped the Black Ops?
I'm gonna go back to Black Ops because I've played those. I haven't played Advanced Warfare.
Okay. Yeah,
But
I think I played Advanced Warfare. I didn't finish it. Actually, I played the other one and I didn't finish it either. So, yeah, there's a couple that I played and I didn't finish. And I really like the single players, especially that one with a lot of the with the shooting. I mean the ship battles. There's a lot of flying missions in one of them.
is that in Infinite Warfare?
It might be. That was really fun. I really enjoyed that one a lot. I just didn't really finish it. So
Yeah, I haven't played any past Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 was a weird single player. It was cool, but it you know, it felt like I was playing a fear game or something.
I thought that I played Black Ops 3 and then they gave it to us for free on PlayStation, and my a family member downloaded it and played it, and when he was playing, I realized I hadn't played that one at all, and I thought I did.
Right, yeah, it's crazy. Like, there was one time I was looking through my screenshots on PlayStation, and I was like, what game is that? That looks good. I was like, oh, that's Black Ops 3. I was like, that game, like I forget how good Call of Duty games look. Like, Modern Warfare 2 looked good on my PC, and that's like almost 10 years old.
Right.
But yeah, that's pretty much what I've been playing is Call of Duty single players, just to kind of, you know, unwind from a big, you know, expansive RPG like Fallout.
Yeah. I played a smidge, just a very, very small amount of Killing Floor. I would really like to play Killing Floor on Xbox, but my Xbox and my internet are not friends right now. It just gets to a point to where the Xbox and the internet are just like, nah, fuck that.
That's still a problem?
Yeah, it's still a problem. I bought a new modem, but I didn't actually replace the router yet, so I haven't installed any of that.
Huh.
So I found an old router, and hopefully that'll work. But it's one of those things where I don't really know what's gonna happen, but something's got to happen because I can't play the fucking game if I can't even download the update because it won't connect to Xbox Live. So, so I did play a little bit on PlayStation, which is cool, but you know, I don't have anybody to consistently play with on PlayStation. If I play on Xbox, I know all I gotta do is just let my cousin know what's up, and he'll be like, all right, I'm on, you know, in between playing 2K and shit like that. So, and then I played a decent amount of Two Point Hospital. I really stinking like that game. I really, really do. And the only problem is I have one friend that is playing, so I only have one friend to compare anything to.
That on
And
PC?
it's PC, yeah. If it was on console, that shit is bought. Like for real. If it was on console, it would be bought immediately. Especially if it's on the Switch at this point. Um, I would take those kind of games with me to be able to play that way. Or if it was on a tablet, I would play something like that. Um, but yeah, I played a decent amount of Two Point Hospital, and I'm kind of taking my time with Two Point Hospital because like one is like you play a hospital and then you have goals to hit and then you get stars for the goals, and you can get 3 stars in each hospital, but once you get 1 star, you can move on to the next one, and I've been staying with each one until I got 3. So I'm moving a little bit slower than a lot of other people who I know play but are not necessarily Steam friends,
Right.
because those are like the YouTubers and stuff that I watch play.
Right.
And so yeah, so I've played those, and I don't think I played anything else. I want to play some RimWorld, but like having time to play games has been kind of so. Yeah, so we got a few minutes left. So what have you been watching?
I watched a movie in the theater.
Oh,
I watched Mortal Engines.
I heard that the book was pretty good, but the movie was.
Yeah, the movie was very pretty, and a lot of the set pieces were awesome. I thought the 2 main characters were pretty good, but I thought that it was kind of predictable. Like the characters always ended up in a situation that was like very convenient.
Okay.
Like you guys would have died if that didn't happen to happen.
Right.
So
Like this just keeps working out in your favor for some reason.
yeah.
Kind of like the first Hunger Games.
Yeah.
You should have died a long time ago.
Yeah. But I mean a lot of things happen that way, and I enjoyed it. I mean I wouldn't say it's a bad movie. You know.
You didn't. Let me guess. You didn't go because of you.
No.
Okay.
But I mean I heard it was boring. I didn't fall asleep. But the thing is, I'm not really the type of person that's like, if I'm not getting complete action every second, that I'm going to fall asleep or nothing. Because, you know, I don't know if did I talk about Mandy?
No.
Well, a few weeks ago, me and Amber watched this horror movie called Mandy. And that movie is bonkers. Amazing. And that's one thing that I will tell you. Oh, well, it's not completely like action all the time. It's very stylistic. It's kind of slow paced. It's about this like cult, and they like it's got Nicolas Cage in it. He's the main character. His name is Red, and him and his wife live in the woods, and they kind of live this quiet life. And this cult that's like a very like Manson, like 1960s like hippie cult. And they take her because he thinks that she's like the second coming of beauty or something, whatever. But that ends up not really working out, and that movie just goes fucking crazy. It's just psychedelic, drug induced. Just there's like fucking demon bikers and fucking chainsaw fights, and Nicolas Cage makes this giant freaking battle axe, and it's just like, it's crazy. But yeah, it's really good. And it's very, very beautiful, very stylistic, like psychedelic type look to it.
Okay. And you haven't seen anything else?
Nope.
Okay. I've been trying to keep watching things on Hulu. I think it sucks that I don't have there's no dubs for My Hero Academia anymore. So I'm kind of stuck. I can't watch season 3 because I'm not going to sit there and read it.
I would give you my password for Verve, but Funimation isn't part of Verve anymore. So I'm probably going to cancel Verve and just get Funimation.
Makes sense.
Because I do watch some subs, but I tend to watch the dubs more at my. It's not that I can't watch subs. It's that in my current, like if you're watching a subtitle, you can't even look away from the screen and you miss what they say.
Right, and I'm on my phone a lot, especially like IMDb and shit. When I'm watching something, so like I can't do subs because I can't look at my phone.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and it's different than watching some like French movie that like, that's not like talking all the time. You know what I mean? It's a little bit slower paced. Like anime is just so fucking fast. Like it's hard to keep up.
Yeah. So I watched the final season of Voltron. I enjoyed that quite a bit. That shit gets real. It gets really real. And so I really dig that. I've been watching stuff on Hulu. I finished, I caught up to, what they had for Manifest. Manifest doesn't come back until the 7th of January. So I watched everything that they had on Manifest, and, I really like that show. It kind of is giving me some weird vibes, but so far I'm digging it. I just hope they don't go the way of Lost. And then I started watching Second Chance again once I caught up on Manifest. Second Chance, I really liked it, and I know that it's only one season. But I really kind of dig that show, and like it's a show that no one has ever heard of. The whole premise of the show is there's a disgraced sheriff who dies, but he has some kind of genetic markers where these twins who run a very kind of a Facebookian type company, like high tech Facebook, and one of them is a twin, boy and girl twins, and the lady has cancer. He has genetic markers where they can put him in some sort of machine, reanimate him enough to whereas they can do blood transfusions and it'll help her cancer. Is the whole point was for her to survive, but this guy gets killed. And
is that the one with the dude from Superbad?
Superbad? No idea what you're talking about.
What's the kid that, like a
no I don't think anybody from Superbad is in this one.
Okay.
But the thing about it is, by putting this guy in this tank, he was like a 72-year-old man, but it makes him younger. It makes him younger and stronger and all this other stuff. And he tries to reinsert himself back into his son's life. His son is the FBI agent. And tries to help him, and all this other stuff. So it was really cool, and like no one cared about it, so it just kind of died. And of course, it's a Fox show, so they canceled that shit immediately. And so I've been watching that. And I haven't really been watching very much else, just trying to catch up on my DC TV. There's like one show that I'm behind a couple of episodes on, and that's pretty much it. Like I haven't, outside of watching a ton of YouTube, but it sucks that I'm caught up on a lot of the series that I watch. So like now I'm like having to wait until they put out new episodes of like RimWorld playthroughs and shit like that. And I even had to pick up other extra shit, because like I don't have anything to watch because I'm caught up on everything now. And also, the marching band season is done. So like I ain't got new marching band shit to watch either. So it just kind of sucks right now when it comes to, what I'm watching. I mean, I could watch more TV shows. I want to start Runaways. Runaway season 2 just came out, or is coming out tomorrow, or something like that. Runaways is a comic book series. It was in a Marvel Digest where there was like these little graphic novels.
I think I know what you're I think I know what you're talking about, but the graphic novel thing, I think I've
Yeah,
seen that.
yeah. I started reading those during Isabel. Did Isabel hit y'all hard? Hurricane Isabel?
Um, yeah,
Hurricane for
yes and
Virginia,
no.
Hurricane Isabel is like a like a landmark moment in your life. Like you knew exactly what the fuck you were doing when Isabel hit. Because I was out of power for a week, and then I didn't have phone and internet or none of that shit for another week.
That for
Um,
us was Fran.
okay. Yeah, Isabel hit us hard. So like I would just go to Books A Million and just try to find shit to read. And that's when I started reading like the Halo books. I read the Brute Force book. And then I bought a lot of these Marvel Digest books, with like Spider-Girl and, the Runaways and some of this other stuff. And then they made the TV show of Runaways, but like it's a Hulu exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
So I never really thought that I was going to get around to watching it. So I'm gearing up to watch that, because I really, really liked, what I had read. I don't know where I left off at, but I really like what I read, and I think it'll be really cool to see that on a screen. And for people who don't know anything about Runaways, if you don't have Hulu, or if you have it and you don't know anything about it, there's a group of kids that their parents get together every year, and then they're just kind of stuck with each other for a little while. And this one year, the kids decide to go figure out what the fuck the parents are doing. And they've watched their parents sacrifice a young girl, and they realize that their parents are supervillains. And then after that, they realized that most of them have some sort of abilities that they didn't quite know, because a lot of their abilities were being suppressed in some way, by their parents. Like one girl has abilities, but she had like a bracelet or something like that that had like basically her version of kryptonite that kept her feeling normal.
Mm-hmm.
And like stuff like that. But yeah, and so they find out that their parents are supervillains, and then they get the fuck out of there. And then their parents are trying to track them down. So yeah, it's really cool. And then like at one point in the comic books, they run into Cloak and Dagger, which they made a Cloak and Dagger TV show on Hulu also.
Cool. Yeah, the guy I was thinking of was Jonah Hill, and the show I was thinking of was Maniac.
Okay. I know absolutely nothing about Maniac.
Yeah, me neither. The name just, you said Manifest, Maniac, I just kind of mixed them up.
Okay. Yeah. So that's pretty much what I've been watching. As far as listening to stuff, real quick, I've been listening to a lot of Christmas music recently. And I just realized that like once I start playing my Christmas playlist, I realized how much I really fucking dig Christmas music. Well, soulful Christmas music, not like regular ass Christmas music. I do have like one of the songs from the Charlie Brown Christmas. But like my playlist is mostly like soulful Christmas music, and I fucking dig Christmas music. So fuck yeah, Christmas music.
If I ever learn how to play piano, the first thing I want to learn how to play is a Charlie Brown theme song.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but
My coworker has that as one of her ringtones. She still does custom ringtones. And that's one of her. That ringtone is what happens if it's somebody she doesn't know. So she immediately knows that it's probably somebody. It's probably like a robocall or someone trying to sell her something, or bill collector or some shit like that.
yeah, I don't do custom ringtones anymore. For one, like I got tired of it because I would pick a song I like, I would rip it, put it as my ringtone, and then if I listen to that song, all I hear is my ringtone. So it ruined the song.
I did a lot when I was doing custom ringtones. Most of my custom ringtones were instrumental versions of songs.
Uh-huh.
That way I didn't get that same feeling that you did.
Yeah.
My favorite, what was your favorite custom ringtone?
When I was younger, I would put in like some like death grind or something, so I would know that's definitely my phone. That's one thing I do miss, is that, especially with Messenger, like you never know if it's my phone or your phone, because it's like bling, bling, all over the
Right.
freaking room.
Yeah, I'm these days. Once I started actually working full time, and a lot of my full time jobs did not want me to have my phone. I kind of constantly keep my phone on vibrate, so like I don't hear my ringtones these days anyway. So it's not something that I really would go about having custom ringtones for. What? My shit's on fucking vibrate. But my favorite custom ringtone is an instrumental from Jermaine Dupri. It's called "Gotta Get You."
Uh-huh.
And I used to like ringtones where it had kind of an intro. So like if I caught it fast enough, like I didn't make it into the full song. Like the only full song that I really liked was the next episode. It was Nate Dogg's part of the next episode.
Mm-hmm.
But like, you gotta catch that fast if you were in the wrong situation, because it was like, hold up. Hey, for all them niggas who was thinking, it actually had niggas in it. So like, you know what I mean? Like, so I had to catch that. So that's when I switched to mostly instrumentals. And the instrumental, that Gotta Get You, it has a intro where it just kind of goes, bing, 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 like it has a little bit of an intro. So like if I catch it fast enough, even though it's an instrumental, I still have a little bit of time to like get to my phone to stop it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know what? That's a question. What was your favorite custom ringtone?
That's a good question.
Yeah, you should put that in the Discord. That would be awesome. So yeah, so let's go ahead and wrap this up. I did give you the extra 10 minutes. See, I'm being nice here.
Yeah.
I gave you the extra 10 minutes. Give me shout outs.
Yeah. I'd like to shout out Amber. She's doing a lot better. Last week I talked about how her back was like really messing her up, but she's doing a lot better now. She's not completely healed, but she's been doing a lot better. And what else? Oh yeah, since we're not recording next week, go ahead and let you guys know we have a brand new YouTube. And since we don't have a custom URL yet, but you guys can help with that by, having 100 everybody who listens subscribe to the YouTube, and then we have like 300 subscribers like by tomorrow. But you can find the YouTube very easily by going to tinyurl.com/ytscarcasm, which will be in the show notes.
Word up. And also, in the show notes, there'll be a little bit of information for the homie Pimp. He was trying to make the show today to talk about, he is doing a run, for charity, and, he is looking for donations to his, to the charity for his run. We'll put the information in the show notes. I completely forgot about it. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Hold up. He said, he's running as a hero in the Bank of America Chicago Marathon to help fight childhood cancer and other life-threatening diseases. Heroes are runners who fundraise while they train for their race, and he's proud to be a part of this nationwide alliance.
So it's like extra life, but you're actually doing something like running other than just like playing video games.
Yeah, and I think the donations go to St. Jude's.
Nice.
Yeah, so we'll put the information for it. Well, he just sent me the thing. He didn't actually send me the link. I got to get the link, or you got to get the link. One of us got to get the link. And so he's trying to reach a goal, and anything that you can do to help him reach that goal, it benefits the show, because Pimp is a part of the show, even though like he's not really around right now, but he's still a part of the show. He's still fam, and he's running so he can help other fams.
That sounds good, man.
Yeah. So we'll put the link in the show notes, or you can hit him up on his new Facebook page. It is actually his real name, Harold Levitt. Leave it.
Just leave it in the show notes.
Really? Yeah, we'll put everything in the show notes, or I'm just gonna have Chase put everything in the show notes. And yeah, man, so that's another show in the books. Thank y'all for checking your boys out. And like I said, I don't think we're going to do a show next week. So if, because we're not going to be on next week, we hope you have a very happy holiday for the people who say happy holidays, a very Merry Christmas for the people who say Merry Christmas. Hope your Kwanzaa is straight. Like all that. You know what I'm saying? All that, your Kwanzaa, your Hanukkahs, all the holidays. And
you see all them holidays, we're gonna celebrate all that.
Yeah. So like for the people who say each one of those different things, and we won't be back for New Year's either. Well, we won't be back before New Year's. So like
we will be back on January 6th live on our new YouTube channel.
Are we going to be on the 6th? Was it? Oh, that's a Sunday. Okay, yeah, because we're switching to Sundays. Yeah, that's another thing. We're switching to Sundays and we're doing them live. Majority of them live, as long as the technology holds up.
Holds up.
Really?
Yep.
All right. So again, thank y'all for checking your boys out. We appreciate y'all. All kinds of things are for next year. And what the hell just happened?
You just became inside of a can.
It switched. I think I moved this, and then my microphone came out. Hold on.
You're back to normal now.
Okay. I just. Yeah. Okay. My microphone came out. So yeah, there's all kinds of things in the works. You can cut that part out. So I'll just say it again. So there's all kinds of things in the works for next year. Not necessarily expansion, but refinement of what we do here. And we're really excited about where this is going to go.
Cool.
And we hope that you're just as excited as we are, because it's going to be fucking dope. And we're going to try to, put ourselves out there. And if everything increases, then we'll start doing other things like giveaways, and that'll probably be mostly linked through the Patreons and all that other stuff. And all of that stuff is in the works. So we'll let you know as soon as all of it's ready.
That we will.
But as of right now that YouTube is ready, go ahead and subscribe. Even if you don't hit the bell for notifications, we're going to need you to hit that subscribe button. That'll be in the show notes. Please, please, please go hit that subscribe button. We need you. The painting YouTube, I now have 22 subscribers.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah. And I'm getting messages from people who are not like direct connections, like random people.
You do that 5 times, you have 100 subscribers.
Yeah, man, I'm on my way. So yeah, I'm gonna I'm posting another video today, and then I'm going the next video that I do the next video that I do is the large painting that I'm going to make for Meath. So that'll be awesome.
Yep.
All right. So, for the homie Chase, I'm Scarfinger. This is Scarcasm, and we're out of here. Peace out to the Warriors, yo.
Later.
I like that shit. Yeah, boy. Yeah, I'm telling you, Whoa. All right, I ain't gonna talk.